It was something boxing had never seen before. One man against 5 opponents in a single night. George Foreman, the former heavyweight champion, stepped into the ring without rest, without mercy, without even the luxury of a proper pause. 5 different fighters, each waiting to test themselves against a man once feared as the most dangerous puncher alive. The year was 1975. Just months earlier, Foreman had suffered his first professional defeat, a crushing loss to Muhammad Ali in the legendary Rumble in the Jungle. Once regarded as an unstoppable wrecking ball, Foreman's aura of invincibility had cracked. Critics whispered that he was finished. Foreman himself believed that loss was a fluke, a twist of fate, and he was determined to prove he was still the most feared man in the sport. So he did something outrageous, a 5-man gauntlet in one night. And to make things even more personal, the organizers invited Muhammad Ali to serve as a ringside commentator. The moment Foreman entered the arena, Ali began taunting him, weaving verbal jabs between the actual punches. Every insult reached Foreman's ears, fueling a rage that he unleashed on each opponent. Each fight was set for 3 rounds of 3 minutes. The order of opponents was chosen by the press, adding a twist of unpredictability. Foreman's only rest came while the next challenger walked to the ring. First was Alonzo Johnson, a veteran who had once faced Ali himself. Foreman delivered powerful strikes that stunned his opponent. Alonzo's height was significantly shorter, but Foreman was far more experienced and much stronger. Foreman battered him with clubbing hooks until the fight was over. Next came Jerry Judge, a big puncher with a fragile chin who had scored a notable knockout over Shakame. But he didn't give up right away. He landed a few strikes, yet he was still the weaker one, struggling to withstand the relentless pressure from his opponent until the final moments. Foreman wasted little time, overpowering him with sheer strength. Third was Terry Daniels, a tough journeyman who had shared the ring with Joe Frazier and Cleveland Williams. Daniels tried to move and box, but Foreman's pressure broke him down. Daniels didn't want to admit defeat. He complained that he could have continued the fight, but Foreman punished him harshly and knocked him out, forcing the referee to stop the bout. Then came Charlie Polite, a man Foreman had already defeated years before, a veteran who had traded blows with the likes of Ernie Shavers and Floyd Patterson. Foreman's familiarity with him made the fight almost surgical. Finally, the biggest challenge, Boone Kirkman. The strongest of the 5, Kirkman had already fought Foreman once before and carried an impressive record, including a victory over former champion Jimmy Ellis. Kirkman landed hard shots to the body, one of which injured Foreman's ribs, an injury Foreman would later recall as one of the most painful moments of his career. Despite all this, Foreman also won the fight by brutally knocking out his opponent with a devastatingly powerful punch. By the end of the night, Foreman had scored 3 knockouts and won the last 2 fights by decision. He had silenced critics, reminded the boxing world of his brutal power, and left Muhammad Ali with plenty to think about.